We do stand here in 2020 and we look around the world and we see the trials and the crisis, but the suffering that's taking place has been building for generations upon generations, and it's left a trail of trauma on the hearts of this nation and of people all over the world. And to pave a pathway forward with incredible anticipation and gratitude, we're able to welcome with us today the founder of the Ungun Institute, Dr. Marty K. Casey.
What an honor and a pleasure it is to be here today and giving God all the glory. And happy to even see some sunshine come out right now. I know that we are in the right place at the right time. You know, I'm asked often, what do I do? And so I've coined a word that describes me. I'm an activist. I'm an actress and an activist. And today I would like to present to you a piece. Welcome home, America. They say hurt people, and I say healed people can heal people. America is hurt, and she's been hurting for a long time. As her global sons and daughters, it is our responsibility to heal her. However, we must heal too. Our history has shown us that the blood of our ancestors was shed by their determination to survive. We keep burying great leaders with their dreams alongside them. Dr. King, Gandhi, Mandela, John Lewis, and the little powerhouse RBG. We can no longer afford to watch this great nation die as we sit idle and cry tears with no action plan in sight. Today, an emergency operation must be performed on our great nation named America. Recognizing her despair, we must save her from perpetual hurt and pain. She needs a transplant. Restore her broken heart from the brokenness she feels of men and women all the same. The divide and disrespect that we have shown one another has left her suffering almost beyond repair. Sadly, America's potential has been victim to this despair. Now she's losing blood quickly, and her temperature is rising as her pressure is dropping to an all-time low. It is time for the best surgeons to rush into the White House. Rush into the White House and perform an emergency transfusion. Will there be an administration to come to the emergency room who can leave behind their own personal confusion? We only need them to bring their experience and expertise into the room. Operate on her body where she's losing blood in the streets. She has been suffering so long from gunshot wounds, from bullet holes of AK-47s, Tech-9s, and a knee, causing protests to repeat. Apply pressure to the systems that keep us down. They need an immediate change. With systemic oppression and withholding simple resources, this brings more harm to her by lacking the pride. Taking an oath to protect and serve, only successfully serving yourself every time. Please, quickly, pump compassion through an IV back into our failing communities and remove the organizations that claim to help, yet their practices are holding us back, keeping us further behind the yellow caution tape. Where are the capable doctors to scaffold out the racist hearts of anyone who refuses to unite. Do we have any in sight? This is an emergency, a state of urgency, and it's at an all-time high. We have to move quick, act fast before we lose her. Where's our staff? Government, politicians, and law enforcement. We need you to work together and not against each other or us. Remember, you were voted in by the people, and I pray you never lose our trust. Your title, race, gender, sexuality, or status, it has no place in deciding America's outcome. Here we are, many cultures, standing in the waiting room, while our mother, America, is lying lifeless on the table. They say she's on life support and she can't breathe too. No need to call a code blue. She only wants to be resuscitated if you can assure her rescue. She is requesting for you to review the code of ethics that continue to treat her children unfairly, judging them by their race. Black, brown, white, indigenous people, man, woman, or child. She loves all her children the same. Look around. Look around. We are all sitting, sobbing, with hurt and pain, hoping for a good report. America's sickness and disease has been a result of our contagious beliefs that we have infected her with, forcing our hidden agendas, negative ideologies, privilege, power, and revenge. How many more generations of hate before we pray? My God, pray, unite, repent, and turn from our wicked ways. In order for America to live, we must all do our part with no delay. I say act now, right now. No need to point fingers because we all have played a part. I'm calling on all of you, my brothers and sisters, to stand and come together and activate our power. We're past the years, the months, the days. Oh, we in the final hour. No more fighting and destroying her land. We must take accountability for poisoning and polluting the waters she drinks and the air that she breathes. We can't afford to set any more fires to her precious trees, standing by in silence, watching her brutally be raped for greed. Stop abusing the animals, forcing unfair laws upon the land that represent and benefit only 1% or just a few. America just had a heart attack. And we lack accountability for the irresponsibility of appreciating her. America's trauma has been simply caused by us. She stood by for years watching her own beloved children start wars. Whites against blacks, rich against the poor, sisters against brothers. No more. I say no more. Act now and unite. This is the power of prayer that we hold, and oh, we need to hold on to it tight. In order for her to see a full recovery, she must become a new world. A world where the wars will stop. No more division, more love and grace. We need to remove the misused guns from the streets, killing no matter who is doing it. It can never, ever be tolerated. Vote. I repeat, vote. 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 Give a voice to those who have not been seen. Give them a chance to speak. Build homes for those who are sleeping on the streets. Let's create food banks and feed our hungry. Support our veterans and single mothers. Show more respect to the disabled and those who fall on the spectrum. And we all need good paying jobs. Educate every child for free. Why are we paying for health care during COVID-19? Rehabilitate those incarcerated and create programs for those who need to be rehabilitated from the drugs and the alcohol abuse that they turn to just to cope. These are the things that we must do in order to create healing and restore hope. We know that healing will take time. Worse, in fact, that we are so far behind. Let's start today by introducing trauma-informed programs like Ungun Institute to disarm trauma from our hearts. We need to remove every single trauma bullet from us. Let's give ourselves a chance and proclaim, I can forgive. I can heal. I can live. Wherever you are, I need you to say it with me. I can forgive. I can heal. I can live. See, when we heal ourselves, America will automatically survive. And so will everything else. Today, let's pledge to start before it's too late to do anything else. Hurt people, but I say healed people can heal people. When we heal, we can celebrate and welcome America back. We can show her how to love again, respect, care, and give more grace. Step up, artists, and create. Lead the world by making room for everyone to take a seat, understanding nothing is complete without inclusion and diversity. Paint, dance, sing. Oh, and don't forget to do some poetry. Come on, smile, laugh, and grow. Embrace our new language of technology to be open, to understand that we should not judge unless we want to be judged. Now breathe. Simply close your eyes and breathe. Breathe. Inhale, world, and exhale, peace. Breathe. Although we are social distancing and limiting our touch, we can grow closer when we accept one another and never distance our love. Human race should be the only box that we check from now on. Welcome home, America. Welcome home. May peace prevail in America and may peace prevail on earth. At this time, I would like to welcome my friend, Grammy Award-winning Raymond Reeder.
We can make it together if we try. We can make it together if we try. With love in our hearts, from the very first start, let every man be your brother, and everything will work out right together. He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got all God's children in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got everyone right in his hands. He's got everyone right in his hands. He's got everybody in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Greetings everyone, my name is Pato Banton and this is
Antoinette Rootsdata.
Yes, Antoinette Rootsdata, live and direct with a very simple but important message, encouraging everyone and reminding everyone to please get out and vote. You can vote by post in some places and you can go to the polls and vote in other places. Please educate yourself about the best way that you can vote in your state, in your city, and make your vote count. As the sign says behind us, you can make a difference.
In the past, in history, we didn't always have the right to vote. Probably just a few years after I was born that I was actually had the right to vote as a citizen of this country. My father fought hard for it, my grandfather and the rest of my family as well too, where they had to sit there and be out in the streets just to sit there and peacefully march, demonstrate, do whatever it took to sit there and have this right to be able to vote and to have our voices counted. It's not just the national election that we're talking about voting for, it's also voting locally. You actually have the choice to sit there and vote for your mayor, for your city council members, for your sheriff. You could put these people within your own department and within your own city, locally and nationally as well too. The House of Representatives and the Senate, there are seats that are up in office, open.
So please, make your vote count. Vote intelligently, educate yourself on the choices that are available to you, read the document clearly, and then tick the boxes that are important to you. You know, not so long ago, women couldn't vote, black people couldn't vote, but now we can. So don't take this for granted, you know, make your vote count. Please. Peace.
Peace.